how much do you think tanking is hurting the NBA right now, too? And what we're seeing, like we saw with that Jazz and Orlando game a week ago, how much do you think that's hurting the game?
I can't wait until professional sports in the United States adopts a European model, especially like a Premier League model, and they start doing relegation. The day you start doing relegation, everything changes. Everything will change.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio, only on SportsGrid.
Well, I ended up adding this since our show started here, Rohit, but his points prop tonight at 20.5 is the same number from the Iowa State game. That's a bit of a mistake, right? When we consider the gap in opponents here. I think Peterson specifically steps up. He needs to. I think he kind of owes this team a great performance.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Class is in session. Today, let's talk about the teaser. A teaser is a multi-leg bet where you shift the point spread in your favor. You get better numbers, but every selection has to win. It doesn't matter what you bet if you don't have the insights. Tune into SportsGrid and get ahead of the class.
I know that Florida lost at home to Auburn, and it's a real thing that happened. So you can't strike it from the record. But if you did, I think Florida's looked like the best team in college basketball for about 2 months. And I think there are a bunch of results that suggest that.
College basketball today, only on SportsGrid.
Yeah. Welcome to another edition of the Craig Carton Show. My main man, Tyrone A. Johnson, right there. Somehow, some way, we've made it to another Friday. And good news, everybody. We've got snow on the horizon for the end of the weekend into next week. Very excited about that here in the Northeast because 9 feet of snow has not been enough, of course. How are you this morning, Tyrone?
Well, it was warm today, relatively.
39. Not bad.
That feels great compared to how it's been.
Yeah, as you see today, I'm rocking my New York Jets brand new hoodie.
I see that.
Being mocked for wearing it today because of what happened yesterday. Now, 2 things happened yesterday. One of them, I think, a very positive thing for the future and direction of my beloved football team. The other one, I've tried every single way, both yesterday and this morning, to try to turn it into a positive. And sadly, folks, I can't.
All right.
So let me do the positive thing first. The New York Jets players put out their grades again for all things New York Jets. Every team did. This is the big thing that the NFL and the PA had an argument about because Woody Johnson was upset that players were grading owners and facilities and coaching staffs and front offices, and an arbiter had to come in, and the arbiter ruled in favor of the NFL.
Yep.
Players are no longer allowed to publicly reveal their grades for franchises and owners.
Right.
But somebody leaked it. So we now know the grades for last year. Very positive for the New York Jets. Woody Johnson went from an F to a B.
That's great.
Aaron Glenn, head coach of the New York Jets, got an A from his players. A 3-win team got an A from his players.
No, that does matter. People think it doesn't. That means that he got out the bad apples, and now it's time to build it back up.
And by the way, I think Woody Johnson got a B up from an F for 2 reasons. One, whatever improvements the players wanted at the facility, apparently he made them. And 2, it stands to reason that if the players give the coach an A, they give the owner some credit for hiring the coach that they like.
Yeah.
So that's why Woody Johnson got a B. And I guarantee Woody Johnson's not complaining today that the grades got revealed.
Nope, he's not.
All right?
He hasn't complained. Actually, I was looking for it. Oh, it leaked? Not a single complaint.
Well, it's okay that it leaked. Not a problem, right? Now, we'll get to all the grades later on in the show. So that's a positive for the New York Jets.
Yeah.
The New York Jets, the only failing grade the Jets got, the Giants got it also. A couple teams did. And that's the playing surface at MetLife Stadium, which is apparently the worst in the NFL.
Yeah.
And but pretty much every stadium that guys have to play on some type of turf, non-real grass, got no better than a D.
Yeah.
Players have announced pretty publicly they do not want to play on AstroTurf. No matter how much technology has made the turf better, they want to play on grass. Now, look, you're still going to get hurt on grass. It's a violent sport.
It is.
All right?
But
you're going to have more knee injuries and ankle injuries and turf toe type injuries when you're not playing on real grass. So
yes.
it's still a violent sport.
And apparently they're saying that's going to be one of the terms to get the 18th game that they're going to hold fast to, grass in every stadium if you want to play even more football.
Yeah, the only stadiums that really should be a problem in are the indoor stadiums and the expense it's going to take to maintain the grass outside like they do in Arizona and have this machine that wheels
roll it
in
outside and wheel it in, yeah.
But it's funny because, the Jets and Giants both play the same stadium, MetLife Stadium, and they're playing on turf. But when the World Cup comes into town later this year, it's going to be grass.
Because the soccer players...
Soccer's are like, we ain't doing it. You want the World Cup? Guess what? Ronaldo ain't playing on AstroTurf.
Yeah, we're not doing it.
And New Jersey's like, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. We'll do it, sir.
That was funny. He plays literally in the Middle East in the desert.
Yes.
Only plays on grass, though.
Grass.
There's no turf.
He ain't messing around. Yeah, none of those guys mess around. Soccer's like, go F yourself.
Yeah.
Like, we'll stay home.
Yeah.
We ain't got to go to America. But here's the negative for the Jets. And, man, I've tried to come up with excuses. I really have. I've tried to put myself in his shoes. I've tried, to even do the New York Jet franchise a solid. Alan, Jesus. Aaron Glenn yesterday is at the Combine. And there's a kid about to run, I think, the 40.
Yeah.
And it's a kid that would fit right into what the Jets want to do. All right? One of the top 5 picks probably in the upcoming draft. The Jets, of course, need an edge rusher, and this kid's about to go run. And for some reason, the camera happens to, I know the reason, the Jets are probably going to draft the kid, right?
2nd overall.
There you go. Tell everybody his name again.
It's,
yeah.
It's, I'll get it in a second. I'm sorry.
All good. That's all good. I'm blocking out his name, too. That's why I put it on you. In any event, everyone knows there's a good chance the Jets are going to draft this kid, number 2 overall.
Yeah.
So the camera pans to our head coach sitting
Arvell Reese.
Thank you.
From Ohio State.
Yes.
Yeah, he's the edge rusher.
Got it. Thank you. Arvell Reese, Ohio State. And the kid put up numbers that are just stupid for a human being to put up.
Also, Sonny Styles, the linebacker, also put up crazy numbers.
Yes.
He's now connected to the Giants.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so 2 Ohio State killed it.
Yes.
I mean, like 40-plus inch verticals, 4.3 something, 40-yard dashes, like 30-some-odd reps, 2 1/4. Like, the kid, they're just, ridiculous athletes, right?
Broad jumps.
Yeah.
And you're talking about a guy, one of the guys north of 250 pounds, the other guy north of 240 pounds
it's
doing
stupid.
these things. Yeah.
It's just absolutely stupid for men that size and that weight to do what those guys did speed-wise and jumping-wise. It's ridiculous, right? So the camera pans to my head coach, Aaron Glenn. And damn it, if Aaron Glenn isn't taking a nap. And the reason you know that he was taking a nap, I'm not sure if we can play the video or not, is he does we only have the picture. We should have the video, be better. But the reason you know that he's waking up from a nap, we don't have the rights to show it, that's why we're not showing it to you, is because we've all been there. When you wake up from the nap, it looks like this. I'm napping. Someone taps me on the shoulder. I hear my name being called, and it's this. It's the bewildered, startled look when you wake up from what might have been a 5-second nap, and you're like, okay, where am I? Am I okay? Did I just fall asleep? And then he puts his left hand on his face instead of his right hand. But sadly, our head coach was sleeping at the Combine when our most likely first-round draft pick was running his 40-yard dash. Help me make that make sense.
All right, I'm going to try to give him the benefit of the doubt. Okay, it's a long day. They're there. They've been there already for hours with the measurements. And by the time these guys were running, it was pretty late in the day. It's like 8 p.m. or so. So he's been there 13 hours. Time zone difference.
You could just stop now.
I don't know.
Just stop now.
Have you ever zoned out, though?
Yes, of course we all have.
You're zoned out, though, and you're not asleep, but you're just kind of not paying attention.
Dude, we've all been there.
And you get startled. Maybe he was just zoned out and not asleep.
He was asleep.
I think he was asleep, but maybe he was just zoned out.
Nah, he was sleeping.
And then you do the overcorrection. Like I do that when I'm watching TV with my wife. Yeah. And I'll fall asleep or something, and I go, oh, no, I was awake. No, I was awake. No, I wasn't awake.
I was resting my eyes. I mean, that's like every dad that's got a daughter that had a dance recital, and you got to see 17 dances before your daughters. That's the exact same look. We're out. My eyes are closed, and then the wife gives you an elbow, and you're like, no, I was awake. I saw that. No, that was great. Swan Lake, right?
Yeah, she was fantastic. I was the one in the blue dress, right? No, it was red. No, it was blue.
And here's the worst thing about it for me. Prior to Aaron Glenn falling asleep at the Combine yesterday, when Reese is about to run his 40-yard dash, the Jets had a good day. They got great grades from their players, whatever you think that might mean. And I thought the trade they pulled off with Tennessee, as we talked about yesterday morning, was actually a good trade.
Yeah.
So the Jets actually, I thought, were taking these little mini steps towards competency. Many steps towards, all right, maybe Woody Johnson, maybe it is true what I was told by the Jets. He has not meddled at all. Maybe it is true what Aaron Glenn said about him, that the only thing Woody Johnson ever says to me is, how can I help you? And he fired half his coaching staff, and Woody said okay to that. I'll pay them and I'll pay new coaches.
Yeah.
And we have a good trade, getting rid of our edge rusher, Jermaine Johnson, for Sweat, who's a badass nose tackle to stop the run. I like that trade. More cap room, more contractual control, younger player. Like the Jets had a good day yesterday.
They did.
And then it all went south when Aaron Glenn couldn't be asked to stay awake. And whoever that cameraman is, it's probably a Patriots fan.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever that cameraman is for whatever network was filming it, shame on you. Shame on you for exposing what my coach really is. A guy that's too tired to pay attention.
Michigan at a 57% chance right now, followed by Arizona, Duke, and Houston. Here's the interesting caveat, Joe, for Michigan, who's the favorite right now. On February the 8th at 5 a.m., they were trading at 40%. Today, 57%. People like themselves some Michigan here.
Well, Donnie, exactly, because Michigan, it just vaulted themselves to number one in the AP poll.
Prediction Markets Edge. Only on SportsGrid.
How much do you think tanking is hurting the NBA right now, too? And what we're seeing, like we saw with that Jazz and Orlando game a week ago, how much do you think that's hurting the game?
I can't wait until professional sports in the United States adopts a European model, especially like a Premier League model, and they start doing relegation. The day you start doing relegation, everything changes. Everything will change.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio. Only on SportsGrid.
I have my own account. I don't need to have any. He didn't say any of that. So I'm of the belief that if someone accuses you of something and you don't deny it, there's a reason you didn't deny it. Because you kind of feel like they got me. And yes, I'm not going to tell you I did it, but I did it.
Yeah.
Don't you think so?
The Craig Carton Show. Only on SportsGrid.
Yeah, and with the Clippers, Craig, it feels like Kawhi is on the island. We saw him ball out in the All-Star game the other day. Kawhi was very impressive, and he's had a fantastic season. I think when you look at the Clippers, if the Clippers' record was better, but he's still James Harden, you would be talking about Kawhi as an MVP candidate. He's been one of the best players in the league in terms of how he's been playing. He's been fantastic.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
Welcome back to the Craig Carton Show. Tyrone Johnson here as always. All right, let's do some NFL team grades, Tyrone.
All right.
A couple of them stood out to me. The least favorite general manager in the entire sport. You want to take a guess who he is and what the grade was?
Well, it has to be a bad team, and you just told me it's not the Jets.
Not the Jets, no.
So let me guess Cleveland.
By the way, Cleveland would be a great guess.
Yeah.
But Cleveland's not the answer.
All right.
I'll just give you right now. The Cleveland Browns, real quick here. Cleveland Browns Overall, let's see. Overall rank was low. They're 30th out of 32.
Yeah.
Ownership got a C. General manager got a C.
Okay.
Head coach Stefanski.
He had a low
no
grade.
longer there.
Yeah, I think I saw he got a low grade.
He got a C minus.
Okay, yeah.
Team travel, a D minus.
Yeah.
So they don't like the hotel, I guess, that the team puts them up in.
It also has to do with the plane.
Maybe, okay.
No, it's
How
also
about that?
related to plane.
Offensive coordinator there, D plus. That goes to the quarterback situation,
Yeah.
obviously. So how about if I told you that the New York Giants general manager, Joe Schoen, who came out at the Combine a couple days ago and reiterated that the report from Pat Leonard in the Daily News, which said that he's been relegated to a glorified scout, is not accurate, and the Giants apparently are upset with that assessment by Pat Leonard, who's our buddy here on this show and a good friend of mine as well. That he came out of the Combine, Joe Schoen did, and said he's been tasked with being in charge of all football operations for the New York Giants. And we're like, no, you're not. John Harbaugh's in charge.
Of course
that was the last sticking point of the contract.
Right.
That if I'm not in charge of everything, I'm not coming to New York.
Right, I'll go somewhere
and
else.
the Maras and Tisches and the Koch family said, okay, you're in charge of everything.
Yeah.
And then he brought Donna Ponte in from the NFL league office. She's the number 2 gal there. And then Joe Schoen. Joe Schoen now, he might get them ready for the draft. I think that's legit.
Yeah, that makes, yeah.
But he doesn't make the final say in who they're drafting.
Right.
In any event, he got a D.
Yeah, no, that's telling.
Yeah,
that's
worst
telling.
creative ended general manager in the sport. But I was looking through it, and a couple things stood out to me. And the first thing that shocked me, legitimately shocked me, if I said to you, based on how we feel about them and how we think players and people feel about the Pittsburgh Steelers, what grade do you think the Rooney family got in Pittsburgh? Now, again, just for those of you just tuning in, these are anonymous polls that every player's given a sheet on, and they just fill in the grade. So it's everything from treatment of families, home game field, training staff, coaches, coordinators, ownership. It's everything, okay? Nutrition, food, weight room.
Weight room, yeah.
So what grade do you think the players gave the Rooney family as owners of the Steelers?
Now, I'm going to think it's slightly lower only because I feel like Tomlin didn't leave for no reason. If everything's perfect, I think a coach that's been out long stays.
And I don't know when they actually give them these, so I'm not sure if so. It's before Tomlin got
So no, my
retired.
feeling would be that Tomlin's looking at the situation and going, "It's not Shangri-La."
Okay, so stop there. Mike Tomlin got an A from the players, just to give you some context.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
So I'm going to say I would think they'd be in the top third.
Yeah.
I'm going to say so in the top 10.
Okay.
I'm going to pick them 11th through 20.
Meaning like a B?
Yeah.
Ballpark?
B plus, B.
In the B family.
Yeah.
Okay. The Rooney family is owners of the Pittsburgh Steelers, while Mike Tomlin got an A from the players.
Right.
The ownership got a D minus.
Wow.
A D minus. Now the word in Pittsburgh, because I called a couple of buddies of mine that used to play there, is that they treat the players the way the Bengals do. Like, it's not the greatest facility in the world. Travel's not the best. Hotels are not the best. And that kind of falls in line with the fact that players gave the field an F minus. Treatment of families, which is a big deal these days, an F. Locker room, an F minus. Team travel, an F. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Wow. And in a million years, I never would have thought they would have gotten those grades.
Well, it also explains perhaps the drought from big-time winning. Another thing I know that they do their field on Friday. They let Pitt football play on
college,
Pitt college play, and then they play. They don't fix the field because there's been times where teams have been on the road and complained about that field because they just let the college team chew it up.
Of all 32 teams, the Pittsburgh Steelers were ranked dead last. Think about that. A team that has not had a losing record in over 2 decades came in with all the different grades they get, dead last, which means the grades the players give you does not equate to how you perform on the field. Steeler players hate the Rooneys, hate the facilities, hate the field, don't like how their families are treated, but they never have a losing season.
Well, because they love the coach.
Crazy.
They love the coach. But now there's a new coach there. It's going to be interesting. Did anything else about it specifically jump out about the Steelers, about the bad grade?
No. Like coaches, offensive coordinator got a B plus, special teams an A minus, head coach an A, the GM got a C plus. So no. So now I want to go to the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, the Dallas Cowboys, obviously Jerry Jones. What do you think the Dallas Cowboy players gave Jerry Jones, the owner, versus Jerry Jones, the general manager?
I feel like the owner would be higher than the general manager. I think.
They gave him a B in both. Okay. So they think he's a B-level owner, which I understand because
they're all very rich. He
gets paid.
He doesn't do a good job with the cap, so Dak's overpaid. Like
they gave the head coach an A-, Schottenheimer, right?
Okay.
General manager got a B, ownership got a B. The only other grade that stuck out to me was home game field gets a C.
Yeah.
But again, turf.
Well, turf and that's stupid. They can't see. He won't put curtains up, and on certain times of day, the players on the sideline cannot see.
Okay, let's go to your Eagles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I know some of these issues because I know some of the guys. Yeah.
Let's go to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
Let's start with Nick Sirianni.
Yeah,
who's a big douche knuckle.
Yeah, good
that
grade.
has a punchable face.
Players really like him.
See, I don't know that the players do like him.
What grade did he get?
Okay, but before we get into it,
no. Players like him. I know the players like him.
Are you sure about that?
I'm 100% sure the players like him.
Because everything I see on the sideline would indicate that the players do not like him.
The players love that
guy.
Yes.
The Philadelphia Eagles players voted.
Yeah.
They gave Nick Sirianni an A.
Yes, I told you the players love him.
Shocking.
He rides for those guys.
Okay.
He's a douche to everyone else.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think Harry Roseman got? I think we all agree the best general manager in the sport.
He is.
Who put that team together.
Because of that, he's an A-level, but he also, there's guys that want to get paid, and he'll be clear, I'm not paying you. So he probably got like a B or a C.
Harry Roseman got a B.
Yeah.
Jeff Lurie got a B. He's the owner.
Makes sense.
The only other guys, the only other thing that sticks out, the Eagles are apparent, and I'm shocked by this because, I've known Jeff Lurie pretty well. Treatment of families.
Yeah.
C+.
Yep.
They do not like the way the families are treated there, which I think kind of goes against what I used to think about Jeff Lurie. So there you go. Your guy, Nick Sirianni, the big douche knuckle. The players do love him.
Michigan at a 57% chance right now, followed by Arizona, Duke, and Houston. Here's the interesting caveat, Joe, for Michigan, who's the favorite right now. On February the 8th at 5 a.m., they were trading at 40%. Today, 57%. People like themselves some Michigan here.
Well, Donnie, exactly, because Michigan, it just vaulted themselves to number one in the AP poll.
Prediction Markets Edge. Only on SportsGrid.
How much do you think tanking is hurting the NBA right now, too? And what we're seeing, like we saw with that Jazz and Orlando game a week ago, how much do you think that's hurting the game?
I can't wait until professional sports in the United States adopts a European model, especially like a Premier League model, and they start doing relegation. The day you start doing relegation, everything changes. Everything will change.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio. Only on SportsGrid.
I have my own account. I don't need to have any. He didn't say any of that. So I'm of the belief that if someone accuses you of something and you don't deny it, there's a reason you didn't deny it. Because you kind of feel like they got me. And yes, I'm not going to tell you I did it, but I did it.
Yeah.
Don't you think so?
The Craig Carton Show. Only on SportsGrid.
Yeah, and with the Clippers, Craig, it feels like Kawhi is on an island. We saw him ball out in the All-Star game the other day. Kawhi was very impressive, and he's had a fantastic season. I think when you look at the Clippers, if the Clippers' record was better, but he's still at James Harden, you would be talking about Kawhi as an MVP candidate. He's been one of the best players in the league in terms of how he's been playing. He's been fantastic.
Newswire. Only on SportsGrid.
Welcome back to the Craig Carton Show. Let me just finish the thought real quick about the Pittsburgh Steelers. And one of the reasons that the players did not give them good grades, if you had to take a wild guess, Tyrone, there's 53 guys on an active roster, and about another 15 or so guys, practice squad, that are in the facility during the week. So
it's roughly 70 guys.
Yeah, let's just call it 70 guys.
Yeah.
All right, so 70 grown men, most of them very large men.
Yeah.
With, if I may say, with being respectful, wide asses.
Yeah.
Okay?
I mean, the smallest guy's 220 pounds.
Right,
Like the
right.
smallest guy, like 220.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So if you had to take a guess, how many toilets do you think the Pittsburgh Steelers have for the 70 professional football players that play and practice at that facility?
Yeah.
Okay, you have a big workout room, big weight room, all that stuff. How many actual, I'm not saying urinals.
Yeah.
How many actual stalls for you to sit on your butt and drop the deuce do they have for 70 guys?
With 70 guys plus coaches, there's
Now,
another.
Let me just give you a little comparison before you guess.
Yeah.
We have 4 people on our staff.
Yes.
Me, you, Ethan, and Ryan.
Yep.
And let's say a couple extra guys downstairs as well. So let's say there's 10 of us together.
Yeah.
I went downstairs and checked. SportsGrid provides us 6 bathroom stalls plus 6 urinals for the 10 of us.
Perfect.
Okay?
Yeah.
Almost a toilet per guy.
Right.
Okay.
So it's that guys, because I was going to say 35, basically 70 guys, 35, but
Sure.
I'm going to lower it because they got a bad grade. So I'm going to say that they only have 20 stalls for 70 guys.
Plus whatever urinals they got.
Plus
Okay.
the urinals. Yeah,
Okay.
20 stalls.
20 stalls for 70 guys.
Which is too low, but because look at our ratio.
Well, you got to figure, though, that not every guy's going to have to drop the deuce at the same time.
That's why, I think 50%. Half the guys might. They're eating the same foods at the same time.
So you think 35 plus would be an acceptable number?
For 70, yes.
Now, again, we have 10 guys on staff. We have 6 stalls, 6 urinals. We're good.
And it's never a problem.
I've never gone downstairs to have to sit down and had every single stall taken up.
Impossible.
Has never happened.
Never happened once.
Okay? I've had 2 or 3, but never all 6.
Never all 6.
All right? The Pittsburgh Steelers offer the 70 professional football players in that locker room a grand total of 5.
Get the hell out of here.
5. There are 5.
Now stop playing like this is a joke.
There are 5 toilets for 70 grown men.
Hold on. This is Craig Carton.
Yes.
So normally I can't take it at face value. No. Are you joking?
5.
That's the real number.
5. Yes.
What kind of cheat?
So you have 70 grown men. All right. Let's say, I don't know, let's say 10% of them want to use the bathroom at the same time.
That's 7.
They can't.
Get out
They can't.
Get out of
5
here.
stalls for 70 grown men.
That's completely unacceptable. That first of all, you know how uncomfortable I'd be? I wouldn't eat properly. I don't want to go in right after somebody else as it is.
No, you don't.
I want the illusion.
There's
like the worst thing that can happen to you is you sit on a toilet seat and it's warm.
Yes.
How's it not warm if there's only 5?
Yeah, unless you got a Toto toilet in your house.
Right.
But that you're not sharing out anybody.
No. Because of someone else's warmth. The last thing you want to do is sit on a warm seat.
Hey, Tyrone, do me a solid. Warm that seat up for me. I'll see you in 5 minutes.
That'll never happen. That's disgusting.
No. Matter of fact, I'd hold it in.
Right.
I'd wait like 20 minutes.
I wait till, or I gotta wait. Nah, coach, I can't make
Yeah, no
practice
joke.
on
I'd go to McDonald's first.
I would too. 5.
5, no joke.
This is a multi-billion-dollar. Every team is a multi-billion-dollar
Steelers
corporation.
are worth about $10 billion.
5?
5 toilets, yes.
Come on.
And they're not the fancy ones either. 5 normal, like high school type toilets. 5.
There are some teams I know that have stalls, like they basically have, it's not a gang shower situation, it's a gang room, but there's dividers enough for everybody. Yet they have 5 stalls.
5 stalls. Yo, I know dudes who got more than 5 stalls in their house.
Yeah, me too.
Right?
Hell, I have 3. Only 2 people live in my house. I got 3. I got 2 people in my house. How you gonna have 5 for everybody?
Yeah, 5 toilets for 70 grown men.
Come on.
Man.
Come
on. Imagine a line. That is not good.
And then if the quarterback has, like when Ben Roethlisberger was there, Ben's got to go first. He's the quarterback.
Now you got to wait, Ben.
Ben's 7. He's 8th in line.
I bet you Ben Roethlisberger had his own toilet somewhere nobody knew about. Some like private Brett Favre stuff, right? Yeah, Brett Favre used to get dressed in a different locker room, they said. Like the last year or 2 he was in Green Bay, they used to say Brett Favre did not get dressed in the same locker room. Dude probably had his own toilet.
He had to.
Right?
Jordan had one. We saw it on The Last Dance. He had his whole office. He had his own crew.
He had his own everything. That's right. That's why Russell Wilson wanted the same thing in Denver. And Sean Page was up and goes, You got your own what? Now you're going to dump with everybody else right there in that locker room. And then Russell's like, then I got to get out of here.
I got to get out. I'll get to New York. I'll be back up there.
I need my own toilet. Real quick before we take a break. Oh, we only got 10 seconds? All right. I'll give you the video after the break. Sometimes life imitates art. Sometimes art imitates life. Happened yesterday in college basketball. I'll give it to you right after this.
Nick Kurtz will receive American League first place votes this year. You going to buy that, George? Or you want to sell that? I believe we had Caminero, we had Raleigh, we had Aaron Judge.
Bobby Witt. He'll be there as well. I'm a big fan of Kurtz. No, we're not related, by the way, for those who are wondering. Okay, not as far as I know. I keep getting that.
You're a little taller than him.
Right, just a wee bit. Yeah, Nick is a.
Be like this, actually.
I'm not sure Nick would fill in his room. Yeah, that's something like that. But my only problem with him, I think he's gonna have a great year. All right, I think he's gonna have a very good year here. He's gonna be fantastic. I picked 12 in my points league. If he's there at 12, I'm taking him. I'm just grabbing him here. I don't have a second round pick, but I'm taking him anyway. My only issue is this: they're not gonna be very good, right? They may be a little better than expected. Maybe they approach 500, maybe. But it's tough to get MVP votes when you're not winning. All right, you're not in the playoff contention or anything like that. Are you going to be able to beat out an Aaron Judge? I'll buy. I think he's going to have a big season. I think he can get one. I don't think he'll be very, won't be top 3 right there. But I think he can get one. Yes, I'll buy.
Yeah, I'm going to sell this. I was really I understand what the metrics said, and a lot of smart people, George, that I asked told me that Judge probably was the MVP. But man, Cal Raleigh couldn't win MVP with that season that he had last year. And I understand all we're doing is asking questions about first place votes, but don't think there's a lot of love for the voters with Sacramento, no matter what Nick Kurtz does. I'm going to sell this.
Fantasy Sports Today. Friday, starting at 3 p.m. Only on SportsGrid.
The entire break, the guys spent mocking me for wearing my Jets sweatshirt. So let me be cocky for just a second. You may have seen some of these stuff coming out of the combine this week. Fernando Mendoza not throwing a football. By the way, I don't blame him either.
Yeah, he's going to wait till his pro.
There's no reason for him to go out there and hurt his draft stock. It's the number 1 overall pick. Yep. And while I hate when guys back out of bowl games, I have no problem with a player that's already proven himself at the highest of Division I college football, won the Heisman, won a national championship. I got no problem if he says to the NFL scouts, I ain't throwing at the combine. Matter of fact, I might not even throw pro day. All right, you've seen what you need to see from me, right? Yeah. That being said, there are a lot of people that claim to be in the know that say that Ty Simpson, the Nebraska quarterback, is very quickly leapfrogging a lot of dudes, not just into the first round, but maybe into the top 10, maybe into the top 5. Now, the rub on Ty Simpson is that he had some type of sickness or illness or injury where he lost like 35, 40 pounds and was a different guy. And if you look at his tape late in the season, when he got back to his playing weight and his health, he's a much different quarterback. So here's what's interesting. Ty Simpson yesterday, only quarterback at the combine that when asked about some of the teams that might want to draft him, came out and said, Jets, 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 Jets.
He did. No, he did.
That's my guy.
He shouted out Aaron Glenn.
That's right.
Did. He shouted out, I have to give that kid credit.
Yes.
I have to give him credit.
He owned it.
Yeah.
And by the way.
And not afraid of it.
You want to be the second pick in the entire draft? Make $40 million guaranteed? We're your guy.
Yep.
Right?
I like it. Now, I don't think the Jets are going to go that way, but that was a ballsy move by that kid. I loved it.
Here's the question. Let's play this out just for a second. Let's say that these draftniks, I don't claim to be one. I'm not going to talk about a guy I've never seen play. I just don't do that. But I follow what you guys all follow.
And I watched him a lot.
Okay, let's pretend for a second that Ty Simpson is a better quarterback prospect than Fernando Mendoza.
Let's just say.
Did not have a better year. All right, but let's just pretend. And let's say that the Las Vegas Raiders fool everybody. and they do not take the guy we all think they're going to take, which is Fernando Mendoza out of Indiana. All right?
Yeah.
Let's pretend for a second that the Las Vegas Raiders take Ty Simpson.
Okay.
As the number 1 overall pick. He's their future quarterback. And now Fernando Mendoza's there.
Yeah.
I'm the New York Jets. I'm in desperate need of a franchise quarterback. Do I take Mendoza, or do I get scared off by the fact, why didn't they take him? And if they know something that maybe I don't know, or maybe we know the same thing, certainly possible, why would the Raiders, after months of us all believing that Mendoza's going number 1, and no one's going to argue that, by the way, based on his great final year in college in Indiana, if the Raiders with Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time, if the greatest quarterback of all time says Ty Simpson's going to be a better pro than Mendoza, and they take Simpson, then as a Jet fan, do I take Mendoza, or do I get scared off by the fact that Tom Brady, I don't care that it's the Raiders, Tom Brady's making that pick. Nobody knows better about a young quarterback and his prospects of being a pro quarterback than Tom Brady. If the Raiders don't take Simpson, or do take Simpson, and Mendoza's now sitting in my lap at number 2, do I take him?
I think you do for this reason.
Okay.
It's all revisionist now, but there was a long time ago when it was Peyton Manning and Ryan Leaf, that decision was made at the last second. It was not a lock that Peyton Manning was going to be the pick.
Right.
Let's say the Colts had taken Leaf. I believe the Chargers would have taken Peyton Manning still because you stay true to your board.
Okay.
If you're the Jets, that's why you have to rate all the players, because crazy things can happen.
That's right.
If Mendoza's at the top of your board, you don't give a damn about what the Raiders do.
But wouldn't you be scared a little bit? Like,
I wouldn't.
Why did Tom Brady not draft Mendoza? And am I a sucker to draft him? Now, I've seen some of these draftings come out, and I know they're reviewing every snap he took. This final year in college and a championship year, blah blah blah. But I got to be honest. If I respect the guy picking ahead of me, and he doesn't take a certain person, then I got to be concerned. Am I the sucker that's going to take the wrong guy?
Right, but think about if the Bulls did that with Michael Jordan. Oh, the Trailblazers didn't take him. Like, you got to stay true to regardless, you stay true to your board. Here's the other thing.
God.
Do we have any proof Tom Brady knows what the hell he's doing?
Not yet, no.
He handpicked Pete Carroll.
No, but when it comes to quarterbacks, I'm going to give Tom Brady a lot of leeway.
Okay, you say that.
And we're talking about 2 quarterbacks. I'm not saying is it a quarterback or a defensive end.
But he also was part of bringing in Geno Smith.
Yes, which is a horrendous decision.
And he made that decision.
Yeah.
I'm with you. He knows how to be, just like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan seems to be successful at everything except managing basketball.
I agree.
NASCAR, that driver, we're not paying attention. He won again the following week. The guy that won the Daytona for him, he won the next race.
Yes.
He won back-to-back races. He's a great player. He was a terrible owner and a general manager. With Tom Brady might be Michael Jordan. I don't
know yet. I don't know yet, but it scares me.
Rudy Gay had a really good career. Adam Morrison was terrible. He picked Adam Morrison over Rudy Gay.
Yeah.
This is about Michael Jordan. Brady could be Jordan. I have to stay true to my board.
All right.
So
you think if they go with Ty Simpson number 1 and I'm sitting with the Jets, I should consider it my good fortune that I'm getting the Heisman Trophy winner Fernando Mendoza, and I've seen enough to think he's the guy. Here's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
I think Mendoza is going to be a good quarterback.
I do too.
All right? I do think he's going to be a good NFL quarterback. Ty Simpson I know a little bit less about, saw him play less. I know the stories about how he lost all that weight and whatever. But I'm not going to lie to you. I'm the same guy that watched my team take Zach Wilson because he made one throw in a combine or in his pro day workout, across his body,
that was
70 yards down the field.
Outside the hash.
And we're like, what the hell is that? And I can tell you, I talked to Joe Douglas, the former GM of the New York Jets, and I said to him, you've done a lot of scouting in your day. Walk me through Zach Wilson. And I swear to you on my children, he said, it's the best pro workout I've ever seen from a college quarterback.
Yeah.
And they drafted him because of that throw.
Right.
Okay?
But there was, but his film.
Trevor Lawrence also went first, so it was like you had a choice.
And you got to look, he was the COVID year. The film was funny in the COVID year. Practice was limited. You have a lot more film this time.
Yeah.
You also talk about quarterbacks, both of them that played multiple playoff games. Ty Simpson won a playoff game, and then he got destroyed by Indiana.
Correct.
But he had a great comeback against Oklahoma in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So I think you got to trust it this time.
I'm telling you right now, as a diehard Jet fan, I want the Raiders to take Mendoza so badly now. I do. Now I can make a decision if Ty Simpson's a stud or not.
Right.
But I do not want that. I do not want them to take Ty Simpson and then have to make the decision on one of the two kids from Ohio State, the defensive players.
Yeah.
Linebacker and
edge rusher, yeah.
Or Mendoza. I don't want any part of that.
Craig.
Because I'll F it up.
You just said not but a minute ago that you think Mendoza's going to be good.
But if Tom Brady passes on Mendoza, then I'm taking a defensive player.
You can't do that.
I think I'm going to.
This is how the Jets stay the Jets.
I think I'm going to do it.
Because what happens if all of a sudden the Giants at 5th go, I know we have a quarterback.
Yes.
But I can't believe Mendoza's here. They pluck him and he has a Hall of Fame career. And the Jets are sitting there going, why did we take the guy?
Yeah, it would be the Giants, but I get your point. Your point's
No. You don't know how they have Mendoza
Giants are not
graded.
taking a quarterback.
No. They're not going to have an opportunity to take Mendoza.
Yeah.
I don't think you can just put in stone that in your scenario, Mendoza falls, the Giants wouldn't take him then.
Yeah, I don't think they would.
They could like him more than Dart.
By the way, maybe they do.
I don't
think so. But I'm not worried about the New York Giants right now.
You should be.
I'm having pains right now. I'm having night sweats right now about Tom Brady passing on Mendoza. And then the New York Jets say, oh, my God, we didn't have to trade up to get him. Didn't cost us anything to move up to get him. And now he's ours. But now, do we want him? I am very concerned about that exact scenario happening.
But what happens?
I'll be honest, I'm a little bitch. I'm acting like a little bitch right now. And I own it. I'm going to stay on the porch with my dog and let the men figure it out. Vegas, please do me a favor. Take Mendoza 1.
Here's your other problem.
Yeah.
What if the Cardinals, who now need a quarterback.
Yeah, they're getting rid of Kyler Murray, right?
What if they take Mendoza and then he has a great career?
Well, what number are they drafting? 3?
3rd.
They're drafting 3rd?
You turn him down to 2, they take him at 3 and boom.
Well, let me give you this scenario real quick. Let's say Ty Simpson goes 1, and the Cardinals call the Jets to move up to 2 because they want to take Mendoza. Do we trade down to 3 and let him?
Yeah, I could be talked into that one.
See, all of a sudden, this draft got interesting now. With Ty Simpson catapulting up the boards. Coming up, imitation is life. Life is imitation. Art's involved too. I don't know how to say it.
How much do you think tanking is hurting the NBA right now, too? And what we're seeing, like we saw with that Jazz and Orlando game a week ago, how much do you think that's hurting the game?
I can't wait until professional sports in the United States adopts a European model, especially like a Premier League model, and they start doing relegation. The day you start doing relegation, everything changes. Everything will change.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio, only on SportsGrid.
Well, I ended up adding this since our show started here, Rohit, but his points prop tonight at 20.5 is the same number from the Iowa State game. That's a bit of a mistake, right? When we consider the gap in opponents here. I think Peterson specifically steps up. He needs to. I think he kind of owes this team a great performance.
Game time decisions. Only on SportsGrid.
Class is in session. Today, let's talk about the teaser. A teaser is a multi-leg bet where you shift the point spread in your favor. You get better numbers, but every selection has to win. It doesn't matter what you bet if you don't have the insights. Tune into SportsGrid and get ahead of the class.
I know that Florida lost at home to Auburn, and it's a real thing that happened. So you can't strike it from the record. But if you did, I think Florida's looked like the best team in college basketball for about 2 months. And I think there are a bunch of results that suggest that.
College basketball today, only on SportsGrid.
back to the Craig Carton Show. Good to have Tyron Johnson here as well. Let me give you the story I've been teasing here a little bit. You know who Kim Mulkey is?
Yeah.
College basketball coach, LSU.
LSU, yeah.
All right, so you also know who Key and Peele are, right?
Yes.
They do like sketch comedy.
They did.
And they're brilliantly funny when they had the show. They don't do the show anymore, right? So they used to do a bit that when Obama was president, that the way he would shake hands with the people in line to meet him changed based on them being black or white.
Yeah.
That if Obama was in a long line of people to greet him, if he met a white guy, it'd be a normal
standard
handshake.
Yep.
If you met a black guy, you dap it up.
Yeah.
You know, kind of do the whole thing, right?
Yeah, do more.
And it's a very funny bit, okay?
Yeah.
So this is what I talked about. You know, sometimes art imitates life, sometimes life imitates art.
Yeah.
Here's Kim Mulkey in the handshake line. All right, I guess right before, right after,
That's right.
on an LSU basketball game. Handshake, black guy. Oh, dap it up. We got to dap it up.
Now, what does she do after?
Yeah. Handshake, dap it up. Right there.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Same exact thing.
It's the same thing.
Handshake, dap it up. And then after she went back to handshakes.
Yeah, she goes back to handshakes. Of course, she has to.
How great is that?
Now, Kim Mulkey, I have to make an announcement. Now, I'm not the king of black people, but she's not only invited to the cookout, she got some time on the grill.
Yeah.
Like, you want the grill for a little while? You got it, Kim. Kim knows what she's doing. He was very comfortable talking to her. And that's Tennessee they're playing, too. It's like, so she knows how to move.
Just give it to me one more time, guys. Handshake, black guy, dap it up. Handshake, white guy. Handshake, white gal. Black guy, dap it up. Kim Mulkey.
And then the double tap on his chest afterwards. Like, that's right. Keep fighting. Like, oh, my God, Kim. How does she know? How does she know?
I guess she's got a card or something.
Listen, she's been down there in Louisiana a long time. She's been in the South a long time.
Yeah, that's one. Second, a funny story for you. For those of you that have followed the NBA for more than a minute, you know that down in Atlanta, there's a very famous strip club called Magic City.
Yes.
Magic City, and I swear I'm not BSing you about this. Magic City is known as much for its wings as is for the pretty girls that dance there. Quite famously, if you remember, I think back to even COVID, one of the guys got in trouble.
Lou Williams got in trouble
for disobeying the COVID rules to go to Magic City, and he said, "I honestly went for the wings."
Yeah,
and people are like, "No, I get it. The wings are great."
Yeah, apparently he really didn't go inside. He wasn't supposed to go in. He went for takeout, but he was at Magic City, and there was pictures of him at Magic City.
So I think this might be a first, but the Atlanta Hawks have a big night coming up, and I'm not making this up. It is a sponsored night. It's Magic City night for an Atlanta Hawk game.
Oh, man.
So we have finally crossed over, and now the big secret is out. And look at that. Look at James Harden.
He can't
running
wait.
from Cleveland down to Atlanta for Magic City Monday.
I got to see when they're doing it. Magic City Monday. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to see if I can get down there.
Yeah.
Look.
Now,
they're playing at Magic.
Part of the thing they're doing there, I believe they're doing, I don't know if it's a bucket of wings, but there's a wing special.
There is a wing special.
So in addition to Magic City being a strip club, I believe that they're giving out shirts, Magic City shirts. Hoodies. And they're also they're going to be selling the Magic City wings, which are very good wings.
Yeah, they're playing the Magic on the 16th. Hold on. I'm going to go on StubHub.
By the way,
T.I.'s performing.
T.I.'s performing at halftime or pregame?
I think at halftime.
T.I.'s in a big fight right now with 50 Cent.
Yeah, he's winning that one.
I'm not sure if I want to be in the arena if T.I.'s going to be out anywhere in the public. But I'm not sure about that. His son's involved, the wives are involved, the moms are involved. In any event.
It only cost me, hold on, I'm going on StubHub.
Yeah. How much?
I get the building for $40.
So what day of the week is it?
It's Monday. It's Monday.
I would say maybe we should go down there together as a show. Go watch the Atlanta Hawks play, get some Magic City wings, get a hoodie, call it a day. Right?
Yeah, you bring the radio people with you too.
Yeah, I'm saying we all
bring everybody. We all go down.
Yeah, or we just send Ryan down there.
No,
it's actual Magic City.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he might need that.
I'm thinking maybe this weekend, I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
Get him a round trip, leave here Friday night, come back Saturday. One night.
Go
to Magic City, eat the wings, get a couple lap dances, and report back to us.
I mean, he's counting down anyway.
Matter of fact, he's getting married.
Right.
He's going to have a bachelor party.
He is.
Which he's having in some weird town, not Vegas or not AC.
Not Miami.
Yeah.
He's going to Houston.
By the way, they got some strip clubs in Houston, too.
He needed to spend,
but I think we should all pay for him to have a one-man bachelor party down in Magic City, Atlanta. Anyway, Magic City is now an official sponsor of the Atlanta Hawks, and James Harden has requested a trade to the Atlanta Hawks, but he can't get traded in the same season, so he's got to stay in Cleveland right now, where the strip clubs are not great.
Well, there's already rumors that he's going to be missing the game with Cleveland on the 16th and the 19th.
Yes.
So he could go down there. It's already all over Twitter.
And then I think I got time for one more story here. The Raptors played the Spurs last night.
Okay.
And there's a point late in the game, exactly 8.7 seconds to go in the game.
Okay.
And Victor Wembanyama is at the line shooting two free throws. And the Orlando Magic the Toronto Raptors bring in a guy a lot of you have never heard of. His name is Trace Jackson Davis.
Okay.
He's a big, lanky white dude, like 7 foot something. He don't play much, okay?
Right.
And they brought him into the game to try to get a rebound if Victor Wembanyama misses a free throw.
Okay,
so he comes into the game with 8.7 seconds on the clock. He gets the rebound on the second free throw.
Oh, there you go.
Okay? They immediately call timeout, and they take him out of the game. So he effectively was in the game for a grand total of 0.3 of a second.
Right.
He came in with 8.7, goes out with 8.4. That's all he did, was get one rebound after Wembanyama miss. If you average it out, in a 36-minute appearance on a basketball court, he averages 7,200 rebounds per 36 minutes, which I did the math on that. That makes him the greatest rebounder in the history of the NBA.
Well, good for him.
Good for Trace Jackson Davis.
Trace Jackson Davis.
He averages 7,200 rebounds per 36 minutes of action.
I mean, that's the Knicks need him.
That means he's better than Wilt.
Yeah.
He's better than Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah.
He's better than
Russell.
Russell.
Moses Malone. Dwight Howard in his prime.
Greatest rebounder in NBA history is a cat named Trace Jackson Davis. Meanwhile, the Lakers lost last night. LeBron James had his usual fourth quarter. 2 points. 2 points in a 3-point loss. LeBron James still playing great basketball.
How much do you think tanking is hurting the NBA right now, too? And what we're seeing, like we saw with that Jazz and Orlando game a week ago, how much do you think that's hurting the game?
I can't wait until professional sports in the United States adopts a European model, especially like a Premier League model, and they start doing relegation. The day you start doing relegation, everything changes. Everything will change.
Outspoken with Dan Cilio, only on SportsGrid.
Well, I ended up adding this since our show started here, Rohit, but his points prop tonight at 20.5 is the same number from the Iowa State game. That's a bit of a mistake, right? When we consider the gap in opponents here. I think Peterson specifically steps up. He needs to. I think he kind of owes this team a great performance.
Game time decisions. Only on SportsGrid.
Class is in session. Today, let's talk about the teaser. A teaser is a multi-leg bet where you shift the point spread in your favor. You get better numbers, but every selection has to win. It doesn't matter what you bet if you don't have the insights. Tune into SportsGrid and get ahead of the class.
I know that Florida lost at home to Auburn, and it's a real thing that happened. So you can't strike it from the record. But if you did, I think Florida's looked like the best team in college basketball for about 2 months. And I think there are a bunch of results that suggest that.
College basketball today, only on SportsGrid.
Craig Carton Show. Tyrone Johnson here as well. I was not lying about LeBron James. Tough game last night. They lose by 3. They're only a couple games out of the play-in tournament right now. They're 5-5 in their last 10. They've lost, I think, 3 in a row now, 4 in a row, whatever it is. And they are going backwards fast. A lot of people are saying LeBron should start coming off the bench. Of course, he's never going to.
Nobody's. You're saying that.
And J.J. Redick doesn't have the balls to do it.
You are. No one's saying that.
A lot of people are saying that.
No, you're saying that. A lot of people.
I represent a lot of people. There's a lot of people that, like me, are NBA experts saying the Lakers would be a better basketball team if LeBron came off the bench.
They would be better if Luka was playing better.
His ego won't allow that, as you know.
Luka's the problem right now. You better cut this out.
Exactly. So LeBron James in the fourth quarter last night took 4 shots in 10 minutes. Had 2 points.
He went 1 for 4?
2, yeah, that's right. 1 for 4. There you go. Fourth quarter stats. Played almost 11 full minutes. Took 4 shots, only made 1 of them. Had a turnover, 2 assists, 2 rebounds.
That's just fine.
And that's a 3-point loss to the Phoenix Suns.
What?
So when the Lakers are in the play-in tournament, yet again, you could probably just blame number 23 for that. Luka last night had 40-plus.
Yeah, how many did he have in the fourth quarter?
Pardon me, he had 40-plus points.
How many did he have in the fourth quarter?
Well, he was upset in the fourth quarter.
He was upset.
Yeah, he's having emotional problems right now.
What do you mean he's having emotional problems?
Yeah, it's hard to play with LeBron James. It made him very upset.
No, that's not what he said.
In the fourth quarter,
that's not what he said.
He's like, I got 40 points. Is this guy ever going to help us win a game? Or is it just about stat padding and not playing any defense? And for
Luka, I know Luka didn't say that.
Oh, yeah.
I know Luka didn't say that.
Luka said that dude don't even get back on defense.
Luka said that?
Yeah. He said, I know I'm not a great defensive player, but at least I get back. LeBron James don't even get back on defense.
Nah.
That's a tough loss last night for the Lakers. You could probably blame, I don't know. Yeah, LeBron James, horrendous fourth quarter, close game, 2 points. Luka dropped 40.
So it's not Austin Reeves? He had a terrible game.
Austin Reeves is an undrafted player.
No. He's getting a max contract. But now it's very funny how he's their second best player when it's convenient. He's an undrafted guy when it's convenient.
Yeah. Better team without LeBron on the court, I can tell you that.
Okay.
But let's see what happens.
How are they playing Marcus Smart 30 minutes a game?
How
are they playing Marcus Smart 30 minutes?
And I like Marcus Smart.
You liked him 4 years ago. Now you still playing him 30 minutes?
Yeah, so keep an eye on the Lakers as they continue their assault on the play-in tournament because those are the games that they're meant for because they're not a good basketball team. And J.J. Redick's not a good coach. I think that's been proven now. Let's quickly go to basketball as well. This is a problem for us that no one's talking about, so I want to be just ahead of the curve on this.
Yeah.
USA Basketball's got a real problem on its hands.
Why do you say that?
Because the FIBA World Cup qualifying took place.
Yeah.
And Team USA, obviously no current NBA players are playing in it.
And no college guys are playing
But we have former NBA players that are playing it, like James Wiseman, who's an NBA player like 3 months ago.
I mean, kind of.
I'm just giving you an example of guys that are playing.
Kind of.
We lost yesterday to the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, it makes sense.
The Dominican Republic had one dude on the roster that had ever sniffed the NBA.
Yeah.
Okay?
But they play together all the time.
Team USA lost to not in baseball. I don't understand that.
Yeah, baseball.
I accept that. I know it's stereotypical, but I accept losing to the DR in baseball.
Yeah.
They're better than us in baseball. But for Team USA, with at least 3 former NBA cats on that roster,
bad player,
to get embarrassed by the DR, that's a problem. Sorry, not sorry.
It's not a problem.
You don't see that as a problem?
Not long term.
And then final thing for you today, you're going to see a lot of people talking about this. They're all on the wrong side of it, I hate to say. But we've all talked about World Cup pricing. It's ridiculous. You can't afford to go to games. It was announced today.
Yeah, I tried.
The price gouging on World Cup parking.
Yeah.
Both at MetLife Stadium and I think at SoFi.
Yep,
out in LA.
Yep.
They are charging handicap folks $300 for a parking spot.
That's a SoFi. So how much?
Pretty close to MetLife. It's like $2-something.
Yeah, it's over $200. That's a lot of money for parking.
So $300 for a parking spot if you're handicapped.
Right.
All right. And people are going crazy like, how could you charge a handicapped person $300 to park?
Well, absolutely.
Why
it's a
wouldn't
disability.
You? Why wouldn't you?
What do you mean? Why wouldn't you?
Just because they're disabled doesn't mean they don't have jobs. They don't have money. To be fair,
but they can't walk,
which means they get better spots.
Yeah,
right?
Because they can't.
So the World Cup is saying we're just charging more because it's a better spot.
So
no.
So you're saying in a way, you're saying they could park in the regular spot.
Of course they could.
They could and pay less.
Yes.
But because it's a luxury spot.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying because it's closer to the stadium.
Which makes it a luxury.
They're charging more for it. This is not an assault on handicap people.
Little bit.
This is my spot's not as good as your spot, so you're paying more for a better spot.
Are you upset that you don't have access to a close spot?
I'm blessed that I don't need that.
But would you want a close? Would you pay money for a close spot?
Of course I would. Who wouldn't? Do I want to be 5,000 yards away from the stadium or next to the stadium?
You like to be right there.
And that would require me to pay more. So this is not an assault on the handicapped at all. This is merely real estate. That spot's closer to the building, so by definition, it's worth more money. That's an argument you're all going to lose. Have a great weekend. See you on Monday.